Okay, let's take our first child's pose. Take your time, take your knees as wide as you feel comfortable, big toes together. You can start with your forearms down. You can right away extend your arms out. You can use a block under your forehead for support. Always work, just be very comfortable here for a moment. At your own tempo, start rocking your hips side to side, so think shifting the pelvis to the right, shifting the pelvis to the left. You might feel a very gentle pull at the top of your adductors. That's great. Keep your neck relaxed. Before we start moving, take 4 deep breaths from me, conscious breaths, and we'll do it in the box way. So I want you to inhale through your nose. I want you to hold your breath at the top for about 2 counts. I want you to exhale on about 2 counts, and then hold your breath for 2 counts. So we're gonna go up, 2 count hold, down, 2 count hold, and we'll repeat that 4 times. I'll guide you through the first one, and then I'll go quiet, and I'll let you guys have your space for a moment. So take an inhale, both nostrils. Hold it at the top for a moment, 2, 1. Take a slow, dramatic exhale. And lock it at the bottom, 2, 1. Go for 3 more like that. Let your nervous system completely calm down. See if you can visualize your ribs expanding as you inhale and then coming closer together as you exhale. Take 1 more breath like that. When you guys are ready, walk your hands over to the right side. Let's give our lats a quick stretch. If you're walking to the right, next inhale, lengthen your left arm further out, and exhale, lower your left sit bone down. So create lots of length on the left side of your body. Take a full breath here. And then again, when you're ready, at your own tempo, walk it over to the other side. So when I'm going to the left, now on the inhale, I'm reaching my right arm further out. And on the exhale, I'm lengthening and lowering my right sit bone down. Take a full breath in the stretch. And then walk it back to center. Knees come together, wrists under the shoulders. In a very comfortable, nonchalant way, step your right foot forward. Again, we're just warming up. These are not drills. They're not meant to be hard. Just like we did last week, start circling it out. If you feel like going for a deeper stretch of your hamstrings and the back hip flexor, by all means go for it. But if you're feeling more on the tighter side today, make it very, very supportive, very gentle. Go for about 3, 4, 5 circles. If you're moving faster, do more. If you're taking your time, do less. And I'm moving clockwise, but technically you can also go counterclockwise. Let's step that right leg back when you're ready, and then take your left foot outside of your left hand. When you're ready, start circling it out. Feel your right hip, maybe a little bit of that right quad. If you tuck your tailbone enough, you'll feel it going down the leg. And then when you go forward, press your heel down and think of your left sit bone traveling diagonally up to the sky. And that's how you'll pull at your hamstring. Let's go 2 more. Last one. And then walk your left foot in. Take your knees hip width apart. Keep your big toes together. Land your hands behind you. Connect your pelvis. Take a little bit of a tailbone tuck, so you'll feel that gentle quad stretch. And then find your pelvis, move it over to the right, and then move it over to the left. So think 2 hip bones rotating to the right side of the room, 2 hip bones rotating to the left side of the room. It will feel like a quad stretch, perfectly normal. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, I'm gonna grab my dumbbell, just 5 pounds. You don't have to do that, but you can. If you're using a dumbbell, place it by your chest, by the sternum, with your hands holding it like so. Squeeze your elbows into your ribs. Check that your knees are hip width apart. Again, we're just warming up, so very gentle movement. Let's quickly warm up our front and back pelvic tilts. You're gonna lean forward. Think of your hip bones traveling forward. Glutes are reaching diagonally back. So it's a Friday night and you just finished work and you arrive to a nice quiet bar, unless you're very social, then a nice loud bar, and you're trying to sit back on a high, fancy bar stool. So think of reaching your glutes towards that chair and then pressing your shins and pressing your knees down to come up. Let's go 8 more. 1. At any moment when you start losing your connection to your pelvis and you start rounding, you already know this, we're not going there, we're stopping right before. So pelvis is our priority. 4 more. 1, 2. If you start feeling your low back, decrease the range and drop the weight. 2. Last one. 1. Awesome. Put the weight away. Let's repeat the whole thing one more time. Right foot goes to the outside of your right hand. Reverse the direction of your circle and go a little bit bigger. So now pretend you're this tiger that's about to attack a bunny. Kind of warming up for the jump. Let's go 2. Let's go 1. Step the right foot back when you're ready. Take your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Circle it out. Keep going at your own tempo. This should feel really, really, really nice, especially if your lower body is on the tense side. Step your left foot back, take your knees hip width apart, sit back, hands behind, tailbone tucks under, pelvis comes slightly off the floor. We're saying hello to dance moves, but this is more just to have awareness and mobility of our pelvis. And let's go right and left. 8, 7, 6. If your movement is very small and limited, that's okay. Don't force it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab your weight again if you were using one. Knees are hip width apart. Weight goes by your sternum. Hands are holding it, elbows squeezing in, and focus on your pelvis. Forward tilt, and then tucking under, trying to go a bit into that back tilt. Forward and back. Let's keep going. 6, 5. Don't let the weight drop away from your center because then your back will be invited to round and we want to avoid that. 4 more. 1, 2. Good. Think of your ribs staying together as you go forward. No arching. Last one. Good. Put the weight away, grab one block and grab your medium band. We're gonna put the block under our right knee. We're starting with a little circuit, working the front, the back, the outer and the inner part of each leg. So we'll work the right side first, then we'll switch to the left. So the block goes under your knee, supporting your knee completely and taking some load off your hip. Your band, or the left leg specifically, is going to create tension. So you want to walk your left leg out and then just kind of leave it to its own thing. Don't move it at all. Hold on to the block. Feel your sit bones pressing down. Try not to round and roll over your glutes. If you need to, you can lean back a bit. When you're leaning back though, still avoid flexing. I'm going to work on knee extension and isolation. So I'm going to extend your leg out. Try to pull your kneecap up fully and lower. You can point, you can flex. If there's any nerve tension, try pointing. If you feel no nerve issues, you can flex if that feels better. Mostly that just affects your calf, so I will leave that up to you. Let's go for 3. For a moment we hold and lower. Go for 4. Yes, and lower. If you dance, pay attention to this. This is your, let's say when your leg is up, this is your leg line. 2. And 2 more. 3. Yes, and last one. 4. Bring the block underneath your heel. Keep your left leg out of the way. Lean further back. Bring that load into your abdominal area. You can reach your arms forward. Shoulder blades are slightly connected at the back just a bit. And the right leg lifts up. Go for 8. Height is not priority here. Form is. As you lift the leg, don't let your pelvis go into that back tilt. Keep it locked. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Take the block away. Take a moment, breathe. I'm going to repeat the whole thing one more time. Now that you know exactly what you're working on, bring the quality in. See where maybe somewhere you can slow down. Maybe you can go deeper into that knee extension. Maybe you can connect better to your quad at the top. Maybe you can work on your foot pointing out. Go for 2. Exhale, 3. Little pause at the top each time, 4. Exhale, 5. Your hip flexor will get a nice stretch in a second, I promise. 2 more. Up. Last one, hold. Lower, good. Block goes underneath that right foot. Lean even further back, but avoid tucking. Keep your hip bones reaching forward, arm reach out, and let's go. 8, 7, 6. Your leg will really want to adduct, meaning it will really want to travel towards the other leg. Keep pressing out a bit as you lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. If you're feeling the firm of the leg, fire. Take the band, put it around the arches of your feet, and quickly flip. No flowing yet, just doing it in any way that's comfortable. We'll go into the flow right after. Come down. I'll keep my head off so you guys can hear me. But for you, I'd love to keep your forehead down, diamond-shaped arms overhead, belly button pulled in. You have that poisonous spider crawling under again, and your tailbone is tucking under. You're working the same leg, so it should be the right. You're gonna start with hamstring curls. You're gonna lift your leg just a tiny bit off the floor. Keep your feet flexed. And then from here, you're going to try and bend it. Go as far towards your glute as your body allows you to go. Don't force it. And then as you extend, try to keep at least the bottom part of your quad off the floor. If you can keep the entire quad off the floor, even better. You're going to bend and you're going to extend. Your leg only go as far up as you can keep your low back out of it. So the higher you go with the leg, the more you want to tuck under. And that will help you keep that length in the low back versus compressing it. Out and in. Let's keep going. 4 more. Focus on your hamstrings when you bring your foot in. And then focus on your quad contracting when you extend the leg fully. Hamstring when you go in. And then the front of the leg when you go out. Give me 2 more. In, exhale out, and last one in, and exhale out. Now really tuck the tailbone. If you were lazy before, don't be lazy anymore. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Think of your glutes traveling down and lift the leg up. If you're doing this honestly and your tailbone is trying to tuck, your leg will not be able to go high up. If your leg is flying up, you're definitely using your low back. Let's go for 8. Keep tucking, belly button in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale, and bad news, repeat. 8 hamstring curls, 8 straight leg hip extensions. Let's do it. Lift the leg up. Height doesn't matter. Keep it low if you need to. Bend the leg, extend the leg. Go as deep into the bending as you can, because the deeper you go, the more stretch you bring into your quad. So think of it as a win-win situation. You're working on your hamstring strength, but you're also working on your quad lengthening. So don't cheat. 4 more. 1. Head is down, back of the neck is long. You should feel 0 tension at the top part of your spine. 2 more. Last one. And let's go into our straight leg lift. Again, tailbone tuck. So think of fighting for a back tilt with your pelvis as much as possible. Go up. 8, 7, little lock at the top. 6, try not to kick. Go slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, mama, I hate these. Let's roll into our side body. Right leg is at the top, so we're still working one side. 2 options. You can support your head with your hand. You can take a block, whoops, lay on it like so. If your neck is more on the sensitive side, I will leave that up to you. It doesn't matter. Quickly peek at your toes. Make sure that or at your feet, make sure your heels are in line with your pelvis, so there's no flexing at the hip. You're keeping that hip long. From here, slightly abduct, so bring the leg a little bit higher, and then flex. Keep this top hand in front of your chest/armpit for support. Squeeze your right knee into your chest, and then as you press it out, add a little bit more abduction. So lift it up. Again, no flexing here, hip is long. Now flex consciously, reach it to your right rib, and then press it out neutral. Kneecap is pointing to the front the whole time. Let's go 3. And exhale, push. And 4. And exhale, push. Keep going. 5. Leg stays perfectly neutral. No rotation in, no rotation out. 7. One more. 8. Hold the leg up. I promise you, no one ever died from this. And let's go pulsing up on the exhale. Up, 8. And 7, accent up, 6, lock, and 5, lock. Think of your outer hip, 4, as you do it, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg for a moment, take an inhale, take an exhale. Yeah, I do this too. I'm not doing it right now, physically, but I'm thinking about it. Take an inhale, take an exhale, lift. Let's repeat, second cycle. Flex, and extend. Keep going. 2, and extend. Keep going, guys. 3. When you're flexing, watch that you're not tucking. So only go as close to your chest as you can. Keep your pelvis neutral. Don't push it forward. Keep going. 4 more. 1. Good. 2. 2 more. 3. Last one. 4. And pulse up. Now take a bigger range. Go higher up. 8, 7, 6. Don't kick. Don't kick. Lift slow. Like a turtle that turned 196-year-old. Nowhere to rush. Lettuce is right in front. We're just going for the lettuce. Crawling for the lettuce. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Okay. Can you guys please grab a chair? Any chair, ideally a chair that's not moving. If you have a bed, grab a bed. I think you have chairs right behind you even, no? Yeah, you have a chair right there, you grab that chair. I'm gonna grab my box. You can use your bed. You can use, I don't know, a dining chair. If it's your family's dining chair, just don't tell your family you're using it for exercise and dripping sweat all over it. You want something to elevate your upper body. It will work, yeah. Trust your chair. Trust in the support of your chair. That's perfect, yeah. Yeah, Brisa, that's good. Eva, that's good. Zara, Eliana, I hope you guys have a chair. And Kat, I know you have at least one chair in the house. There's no way around it, so. So what you guys wanna do is the leg you were just working, you wanna have, it's okay, if you need to be off camera, be off camera for this part. The leg that was just working is the one that's going to press down. So in this case, it's your right leg staying in that plank. Your opposite elbow, so my left elbow will land on the chair on top. You can put something soft under the elbow just to avoid the yucky sensation of your bone pressing in a hard surface. This top leg is not just going to hang out there, it's going to push. So you wanna tap on your adductors in the process and feel them working. They're rock solid. Left leg is going to flex and extend. Same thing, when you flex and extend, your pelvis does not travel forward and back. It's staying perfectly neutral. How far can you go without relying on your pelvis? Let's do it. Leg is gonna travel in. Leg is gonna travel out. Eva, don't make me do extra ones, I hate these. Let's go in and travel out. Kat, that's genius. I mean, it's easier for you because the higher you stand, the easier it is, but you got it. 3. Guys, she's using her work desk. And 4. And back. When you're flexing, drive this leg up. So try to adduct as well. And back. 3 more. Up and back. 2 and back. Last one and back. Lower down, take a moment. Oh, mama. Breathe. One more round of these. 8. Well, 9 for Eva because she starts late. And guys, if you don't have your camera on, I hope you're doing it. Don't skip it. So good. Okay, take an inhale. Take an exhale. Brisa, bring a pillow too. Just stack them over. Let's do it. The further you move the leg, the harder it gets. So try moving it a little bit further out. See how that feels. On the exhale, press. Tap on those adductors. Feel them. They should be rock solid. And let's go in and back. In and back. Keep going. 3 and back. 4. Cat, bring the leg higher to the ceiling when you go forward. Adduct. Yes, but don't rotate. Keep it neutral. And back. 3 more. 1. Good. Brisa, keep your back long. Don't round the upper back. Yes, think of your shoulder blades connecting too a little bit. Last one. Eva, that's good. And release. Killed it. Okay. Box is gonna go out of our way for the time being. Notebook as well. So terrible news is that we have to repeat the whole thing one more time. But good news is right after this, we'll go back into flow, so we'll be more creative and more fun. But guys, these things are so good. Whether you're a dancer, athlete, just do it for yourself. So just keep that in mind when you're hating on me and hating on the exercises. Block goes underneath your left knee. Hold on to it. Check that your back is long. You can deepen your flexion. You can come out of it a bit. I'll leave that up to you. When you reach back, don't round. Let's go. 8 knee extensions on the exhale. 8 and bend. Watch that your kneecap is pointing straight up. 7, lower. 6, lower. Hold it under tension for a moment each time. Don't drop right away. 4 more. 1. Back straighter. Cat. 2. And you can definitely lean further back. I believe in you. 3. Suffer with me. And last one. 4. Good. Let's put that block underneath our left heel. Lean back into your boat. You can bend your right leg if needed. Reach out. Shoulder blades stay together. Don't round. And we go up. 8. 7. Accent up. 6. Yes. Good job, guys. 5. 4. 3. Good. 2. And 1. Oh, left leg. Let's repeat. Take a moment, breathe. Inhale, exhale a couple of times. Tell yourself, I can. Unless you're not suffering from this, because I do. My left leg is always slightly, unfortunately, slightly behind my right. Let's do it. Exhale. 8. You can have your hands on the hips, so no holding on to the block. You can lean back further. 3. You can take your right leg further out to make it harder. 4 more. 1. Or you can bend that right leg, walk it in. Maybe today you don't go into your full knee extension. Maybe that doesn't feel good on the knee. Last 2. Last one. Good. Block goes under that heel. Leg bend or extended. Lean back, chest out so your pecs are wide. And go for it on the exhale. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. I'm smiling, so there's a recording with my nice face. 3, but I hate this. 2, last one. Awesome. Okay, let's bring length to the front of our hip. Well deserved. Band stays around the arches of the feet. Let's come down. Neck is long on the back, forehead stays down, diamond shaped arms. Belly button in. I want you to pretend that you're holding a plank, so keep your abdominal area on. Don't just collapse into the floor. That's very important with any hip extension work on the back. Tailbone tucking under. Curl your 10 toes. Bring your left leg just a tiny bit off the floor if you can. From here, let's go. Hamstring curl. Pull your foot in. And then as you extend it, think of projecting out versus down. 2 in. Extend it out. Consciously go slow and explore. When you're holding yourself under tension longer and you're moving slower, can you maintain your form? And the answer might be yes, but perhaps you don't want to do 8. 6 is your good quality, let's say. And then after that, you lose it. That's fine. 2 more. Last one. Reconnect to your tailbone, tucking under. Pretend you're holding a cup of coffee on the low back. So you want that long, flat surface. And let's go up, squeezing our left bum cheek. That's your glute max. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, accent up, 3, 2, 1. Take a moment, breathe. Just like you were breathing at the very beginning. And when life gets hard, still breathe. It helps. You take it off the mat and into your life. Let's do it. Leg comes back off, same leg, so your left side. Hamstring curl, extend out. Hamstring curl, extend out. Let's go Eva 3. Good. When you guys go in, try your best not to rotate in or out. Usually it's out the external. So usually the foot will try to go towards the opposite glute. Try to keep your hip neutral. 4 more. 1. And because you're moving slow, it's much easier to catch yourself cheating. 2. 2 more. 3. Last one. 4. Oh, and let's go hip extensions on the exhale. Tuck. 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, my hamstring. Let's roll onto the side body. Support your head with your hand. Quickly peek at your feet. Check that your heels are in line with your pelvis, not in front. Push them back if they are. Slightly abduct, meaning bring your leg a little bit higher, the top leg. And then let's go hip flexion from here. And then press out. Out meaning towards the ceiling. 2. And out. Use your top hand to help your balance. 3. And from here, go as deep into that hip flexion as you possibly can. 4 more. 1. And try to keep your shoulders and your ribs stacked over your pelvis versus your upper body reaching forward. Also very common here. Keep yourself very straight as if you were doing this standing. Last one. Let's pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a moment of breathing. Whew. The famous movement. Let's do it. Second round, last round. Ready? Let's do it, guys. Inhale in, exhale out. And every time you exhale, again, visualize you're holding a plank so your front body stays closed. 3. There's no arching following that leg reach out. 4. 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8, and pulse out. 8, 7, peek down at your feet. You should not be able to see them. They're hiding right under the pelvis. This is 4, 5, 6, think of driving up with the outer edge of your foot. 7, and oh my, 8. Whew. My glute is on fire. Let's grab our chair one last time. And let's go into our adductor torture. Let's do it. So you now have your left leg at the top, right forearm on the chair. Walk that leg out. Are you guys ready? Create a straight body line. Shoulders stacked over ribs, ribs over pelvis, pelvis over knee, knee over foot. And from here we go. Exhale, flex. Push back. When your leg travels forward, reach it up. Pretend you're trying to quote unquote squeeze your legs together. Squeeze your inner thighs together. 4, 5, 6, 7, yes, and 8. Lower down, take a moment. Whoo, mama, if you need to do less, do less. Even 2 with good form, so much better than 8 with bad form. And because we're all training in our own little spaces, no one can see you except for me. And I'm suffering right with you, so I have zero judgment and all the support. Let's do it. One last round. Inner edge pushes down and kneecap pointing to the front. Take an exhale, press, and we go up and back. When you go back, try to feel a little bit of that right glute squeezing. So you're initiating that extension, but you're not able to go far back because your pelvis refuses to tilt forward. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh dear Lord. Okay, put the chair out of the way and go back into your child's pose when you're ready. This time, take your legs wider than before. So think starting to go into that little adductor stretch. Bring your forearms down and just rock back and forth. When you rock back, let your low back round a little bit, drive your sit bones down. When you rock forward, just explore, tilting your pelvis a little bit more forward, keeping them either in line with your knees or slightly in front. Don't go super far out. Usually that's not good for our hip joints. Rock forward, rock back, tuck, rock forward, tilt. So there's that 20% of the pelvis moving into the back tilt, moving into the front tilt. Go for 4, 3. If you can take your legs wider, go for it, but don't force it. 2, the last one. And now within this frog, bring your pelvis pretty much in line with your knees. Do the same thing I made you do at the beginning, side to side motion with the pelvis, but you're doing it within the frog. So think 2 hip bones rotate to the right, 2 hip bones rotate to the left. Go very gentle. Very, very soft, very slow. 8, 7. So think of this as you trying to move your way into creating more space within this passive hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I strongly recommend you bring your knees a little bit closer together. You'll know why in a moment. Otherwise, stay in this child's pose like shape. Keep your elbows underneath your shoulders. Take an exhale, push the floor away, pull your ribs up, pull your belly button up, and try to bring your right leg off the floor. But this is not this where you're rotating your whole body. This is you trying to stay exactly as you are and just lifting it up a little bit. So this should feel like your leg weighs 250 kilograms. If you don't feel that, legs go wider and really control your body in the center. Don't let yourself lean too far away. Are you guys ready? Inhale, exhale, push the floor away, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rock back and forth, take 4 rocks. Front and back is 1. And 2. Eva, be very, very careful because you had your adductor strain, right? Yeah, so be very gentle. Legs closer together. Guys, same leg repeat. Take an inhale. Let's go, take an exhale, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, try to pause the top for a moment. 3, 2, 1. Good. Rock back and forth. If after each string bait movement, you feel like your body lets you create more space in the passive hold and the rocking, go for it. If not, again, don't terrorize your body. Give it space and time. Let's switch. Left leg is now going to go up. Unless you were working the left, and switch to the right. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. We go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You'll feel your serratus on the rib area working like crazy. 2 and 1. Rock back and forth. Take a moment. 4, 3, 2, and the rocking back and forth again. It's your time to explore passive. So you decide how deep you go, depending on how your body's feeling day to day. Let's go second round. Take an inhale. Exhale, leg goes up. 8, 7, 6. Yeah, you got it. 5. Lock even at the top. Lock. Cat lock. 4. Good job, Risa. Yes. 3. Nice. 2. And 1. Good. Last moment of rocking. If your knees can go even wider, by all means let them. If not, don't force it. That's it. My English goes back and forth as 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees together. We're gonna go to the wall. You can use a weight, you can go heavier. When it's my leg day, I'll go anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds. I'm just gonna use a lighter one for now, because I have a leg day tomorrow as well, but go heavy if you like. So what I want you to do is, if this is the wall behind you, you're gonna put your foot against the wall. You wanna have your shin parallel to the floor, so not here and not there, but right at 90 degrees. Your front, or whatever leg is at the bottom, if you look down, you want to have your heel underneath your pelvis. You know you're too close when, if you look down, it's your leg over bending and it's your knee going over the ankle. So think further is better. You have at least like 2 big steps away from the wall, so your back shin can be against the wall. If you're using a weight, the weight will be in the opposite hand. So if it's your right leg down, which is what I would love for you guys to have on the floor at as the first side, you have the weight in the left hand. Remember that pelvic tilt we worked on at the very beginning. Use it now. So you're gonna tilt your pelvis forward, sit back with your bum, and then you're going to push your bottom heel down and the back heel into the wall to come up. From here, you're going to take your left leg up. Remember that when you're flexing, you're not driving your pelvis forward. Keep it neutral. And then on the slowest count of 3, try to extend the leg out without dropping the level of your knee. 3, 2, 1. Bend, place it back at the wall. Let's repeat. Going down, think of sitting back. It's once again Friday night. You're sitting back at a bar. All you have to do is eat, enjoy, and rest. There's good music playing. So sit back slow, like you mean it. Extend. 3, 2, feel your quad. 1, bend, place it on the wall. Let's go for 3. Sit back, so think of moving diagonally down. Push the bottom heel down, push the back heel into the wall. Lift that left hip up. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Bend. Let's go. 4. Down, 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 and back, and push. Now you're squeezing your standing glute. Extend. 3, 2, 1, and bend. 4 more like that. Sit back. Ribs stay together. Very tempting here to arch. Think ribs together on the exhale, and push out. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, and bend. 3 more. That front leg, left leg extending is the front leg of your front split. So fight for it. Don't just extend to a place where you're comfortable. Extend to a place where another second and your leg will just give up. It doesn't want to stay there. 2 more. And if your standing leg is burning, amazing. And push. You won't die from it. It's one of those mini deaths that make you stronger. You survive on the other side. Last one. Sit diagonally back, back, back. Press both heels, one down, one in, and push. And press. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. Put the weight out of the way. Take your block. Take your feet. We'll come back to the other side. Take your feet right outside your hips. Right outside your hip bones. Bend your legs, arms down, tuck the chin. As we always do, slowly go down. Rounding, rounding, rounding. At the bottom, take your heels down, take your toes at 45 degrees, go into a yogi squat. Maybe take a couple of pulses here to create space. Although your yogi squat should feel nice and comfortable today because we worked a lot on the outer glutes, adductors, outer thighs. Sit back when you're ready. Walk your feet out, take the block, round through the spine, and as always, go down. If you felt any low back tension in the previous move, which ideally you shouldn't feel at all, but it takes time to build that proper form. So use this time of decompression to help it. Guys, our left leg goes up, so whatever leg was extending, standing, that's the leg that goes up. You're going to place your block on that quad. You're going to walk your right leg as far out as you feel comfortable. Start here, progress into full extension. Press the block into the quad, resist to the leg. Give me 8 knee extensions. If you like, you can lock that block between your rib and your quad and just keep it there. But that's if your hip flexion range is deep enough. Let's go for it. Extend 3, 2, 1, and bend. Again, 3, 2, 1, and bend. When you guys extend that leg, it literally should be shaking because you're going outside of the range that your body already knows and understands as a comfortable one. Go past that. If you don't feel much from the top leg, think of your sit bone on that same leg, that same side, reaching down. The more you pull the sit bone down, the more you'll kind of invite that hamstring into that lengthened position. Keep going. 4 more. 1. Yes. I see the shaking. Brisa, good job. 2. And cat, yes. And 3. Nice, Eva. Good job, guys. Last one. 4. Transfer your block either to the hamstrings, this is step 1, or to your calf, this is step 2, or to your ankle, step 3. There is no right and wrong. It just depends where you feel the most comfortable. So you will start here, then progress to the top. Keep your leg bent, pull it as close into your torso as you can. Take an exhale, bring yourself up into the upper crunch. Hold the block, meaning keep pushing it into the leg. Take your right leg up, bring it this is perpendicular to the floor. And then on the exhale, reach it down. As you reach it down, reach your sit bones away as well. Bring the leg up again. And exhale, bring it down. Your top leg can be straight, by all means, but what happens when it's straight often is we're traveling away from that hip flexion. So I prefer for you to have the depth of your hip flexion and then just focus on that left sit bone traveling out. 4 more. Stay in your upper crunch. 1, and up, and 2, and up. 2 more. 3, and up. Last one. 4, and up. Good. Lower your right leg either in a bend position or extended, whatever is comfortable. Take 8 counts to pull the leg in. This is your moment of passive work. People always get mad at me that there's not enough passive work, so enjoy it. I promise, every time I promise it, every time I forget. But the way I look at it is, it's so much easier for us to work on passive on our own, and strength-based stuff, we get lazy, and it's easier to work on it when we're doing it together. So I try to bring as much active flexibility work as I can, and then give you space at the end to work on passive. Hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your left ankle over right. Take momentum. Come up. Last thing we're working on the side before we switch. Take both blocks, flip them to the highest setup. Your left leg will be at the bottom because that leg is allowing you to rely on those hamstrings being lengthened. So that leg is at the bottom, left leg. Right leg will be the one going up. Your blocks are underneath your shoulders. You're in a push. Standing leg is bent. Don't make it about your standing leg. And we're going for simple 8 side lifts, side leg lifts. That's it. I can't talk for the rest of the day. Lift up. 3, 2, 1. Lower down here because it's a tilt. Do let your pelvis open up to the side. Lift. And lower down. Eva, be careful. Lift very slow. Let's go for 3. Good. Put that glute on fire. The outer glute of your working leg. 4. Good. Fight for every inch. Every inch counts. 6. 2 more. 7. Last one, lift and hold. 8, 7, 6. Keep squeezing life out of that right glute. Like a phoenix, it will come back to life. 4, 3, 2, and lower down. Bring your feet hip width apart, bend your legs, hands to the back of your head. Take a couple of breaths here. You can rock forward and back. You can bend and extend your legs. You can just stay perfectly still. Reconnect to yourself. Let your back lengthen. And then slowly come up through spinal decompression. Take your time. We'll repeat the whole terrible circuit on the other side, and then we're done. So think of that when you want to give up. Let's do it, guys. You will be standing on your left leg. Right foot is at the wall. Your right ankle is in line with the knee, so you're not abducting, you're not adducting, and your heel is underneath your pelvis. Shin, right shin is parallel to the floor. Let's do it. Hip hinge, travel diagonally back, press the floor away, find your balance. Lock this knee on one level, cup of coffee here, and extend slow. 3, 2, 1. Perfection. Let's go for 2. Sit diagonally back. On the way up, use both heels to push. That will help you feel that left glute. Extend slowly. 3, 2, 1. Good. Brisa, don't bend your standing leg. Let your working leg come a little bit lower. And push. Now let it go lower. Don't obsess over height, obsess over form. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Keep going. 4. Back, back, back. And push. Extend. 3. Cat, push the pelvis back. Back, back, back. Good. And in. 4 left. You can do it. Sitting back into the wall. Yes. Brisa, I would actually put you maybe half or a step further away from the wall. I feel like you have enough range to travel further down. Good. Let's go for 3. Yes. And push. Extending. 3, 2, 1. You can do even less bending of that bottom leg. Brisa, I believe in you. Do it. And let your right leg bring it a little bit lower. Right here. Bring it a little bit lower. Right foot down the wall. This one, yes. Just slide it lower, lower down the wall. Just the foot. Yeah. Yes. And up. Yes, that's okay. It's the creative mess. Good. This is the last one, right? Eva, thumb up. Or I think you're... Yes. Okay, last one. I had a feeling you were counting. Because with things like that, you want to count. Good job, guys. And put the block out of the way. Come to the front of the mat, grab one block. Take your toes out this time. Bring your heels slightly off the floor. Let your knees soften. Tuck the chin, shoulders forward. Take forever as you come down. Keep your ankles as stable as you can. Once you're there, walk your feet wider out. Go back into your yogi squat. Hands back, lower. This time, take your block between your knees. Bring your feet off the floor, parallel or so, maybe a little bit lower. Reach your arms out, around through the spine. Engage your inner thighs a little bit by pressing into the block. And slowly come down, let your back round. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Block on the right quad. Left leg walks out to a place where we're comfortable. We feel the stretch, but we're comfortable. We're able to hold this position for a long period of time. When you guys are ready, let's go. Knee extension. 1. And in here, you fight. You fight for that front split. And 2. And even if you couldn't care less about the front split, this really strengthens the front of your leg, which is a win-win. Let's go for 4. 4 more. 1. And 2. Put so much quality into each rep that by the time you're done, you need a nap. Last one. Transfer the block to hamstring, calf, or ankle. I'll leave that up to you. Take an exhale, travel your upper body up. You have your upper crunch. Lock the leg in space, let it bend. And we go left leg up. And exhale, travel it down. And lift it up. And travel it down. And go for 3. And down. And for every time your left leg goes down, see if you can take a moment of having that connection to the right hamstrings. Feel them. 2 more. Last one. And then when you're ready, head down, disconnect from me, and just hold yourself in the stretch. What do you have to do? Maybe you have to floss, flex and point. Maybe you floss by micro-bending, micro-extending. Maybe you floss by adducting, abducting. Maybe you take gentle circles of that leg right at the hip socket. Maybe you connect all of them together and kind of going flex, point, bend, extend, side to side circle. Maybe you move your pelvis front and back. Keep moving your way into more space. I find that that's the best way to attack passive work versus staying, keeping the body in this scary locked position where the nervous system just goes, you know what, we had enough. Let's not let you lengthen further. Danger zone. When you guys are ready, cross that ankle over the other. Take momentum, come up. Bring your toes inward this time. So your feet are hip width apart, hands at the back of your head. On the exhale, slowly come up through spinal decompression. Last thing on the agenda, grab your blocks. Travel down into your forward fold. Take your left leg out. Bend your standing leg, especially if your back is rounding. I want you to either elevate yourself much higher or deepen the standing leg bend. And let's do it, guys. On the exhale, lift the leg up. 3, 2, 1, lower. Make sure it's your left leg going up. And 2, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Keep going. 3. Yes, Brisa, bang, woohoo. Travel the leg a little bit more to the front, tiny bit closer to your left shoulder. So turn it into a bit more of a straddle, like a deep, deep straddle. 4. Yeah, so reach diagonally. Nice. Cat, bend your standing leg a little bit more. Keep tilting your pelvis forward. 4 more. 1. Eva, that's good. And 2. Same thing actually for you. Leg a little bit more to the front. Create a deep straddle shape, so like a triangle shape. Last 2. Push for every extra inch. You can do it. 1 last one. And lower. Amazing. Before you run away from me, come down into your tabletop, cross your right leg over left, knees together, walk your feet apart, and as always, sit back. If you need support, you can take a block or 2 under your bum and sit back that way. Allow your back to round. Allow your shoulders to come forward. You can wiggle your bum side to side. You can stay fully still. Go back into that box breathing. Inhale through your nose. Hold at the top for 2. Exhale slow. Hold at the bottom for 2. So once again, we'll go back into calming our nervous system down. It's like, it's okay. Body survived. We're strong. All good. Take 1 more breath on the side. When you feel ready, you can switch. Just rock forward, uncross. Take your left leg over right. Walk your feet apart and sit back into your mermaid tail. And take 2 box breaths here as well. That's it, guys. When you had enough of the breathing and the mermaid tail, you can uncross your legs and run into your day. Thank you guys for joining. It's class 4, it's crazy. Just 7 months ago, I remember 7 or 8 months ago, I sat down to build the website, having nothing on the website, just a page. And today we completed class 4. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much. The sweaty faces. I hope you feel good.